welcome to part 2. You know, I was sort of having a bit of a think there while I was walking the last couple of miles. And I came with a sort of not a question or a query, but just a thought, you know what I mean? And it was about all this whole dominance war thing. Now, maybe I'm getting old. Well, I am. I'm 37 on the 23rd of May. By the way, I will accept presents, especially money, right? Goes towards the Wayne Holiday Fund. No, seriously, so I'm getting old, you know, I'm getting on a bit by 3D terms, because I know most people are, 25, 26, I'm 10 years older than the bastards, but I'll get on to that in a minute. But maybe it's just passing me by, but also the whole point of this dominance war thing, right? What it appears to me, I don't actually look at a whole lot at it, but it seems to be, make the most hideously over-detailed model you can, take as long as you like over it, and they seem to team up in boards, you know, according to forums and stuff. And somebody asked on Sub D, would we consider taking part? My initial reaction was no. And I thought, well, you know, I'll have a bit of a word about it, because to be quite honest, like, majority of the mod team have went here a considerable time ago. So there's me, there's sort of Cat, my other half, Glenn, that's about it. There's a couple of other guys pop on and off now and again, but majority of them decided to go AWOL, which is fair enough, because I know some of them have got busy lives. And I thought, well, is this not a bit like saying my bike's bigger than your bike? And I was like, okay, put it this way. Let's see, on the next Waynecast, I say I am the best ZBrush artist on the fucking planet, bar none. I know the program better than any human alive, right? Incidentally, I say that because I do know one very well-known 3D artist that did say that about 18 months back, and then he got ripped in your arsehole. The only guy who really knows better than anybody else is off, you know, we wrote the fucker. Anyway, I would be ripping you arsehole, right? I'd be called big-headed, pain in the arse and all that. Yet, if I entered dominance war, right, heading a team up from Sub D, right, we'd effectively be saying the same thing. That's by entering, you're saying that you think you're better than everybody else. Now, yeah, granted, if we didn't all think that we had at least the potential to become the best, many of us wouldn't do it. I've always said I'm not in this to come second. I probably will come second or third or 47th or whatever, but it's the thing that drives me on. Well, one of the many things, you know. So I don't know, I'll just say think about it. Is dominance war healthy? Because all it does is clog up the boards full of, maybe get about, 20 good models of dominance war. That's my personal feeling. The rest are just overly detailed, badly designed, you know, and it's a learning process. But it just clogs up every board online, right? It's impossible to move without dominance war models, you know, coming, you know, in your face all the time. But again, maybe it's just me getting old. But yeah, I was going to talk to a couple of the better known 3D artists over the last week. So I've had a busy week actually. I had 2 very big long meetings with sort of types, you know, suit types, right? The ones where you feel like you want to have a lobotomy afterwards because it's that boring. But I'll be done. And anyway, I was having talked to, you know, a couple of well-known 3D artists, and they're both like me. Past it. No, you know, getting on, you know, in 3D terms. If you're over 27 in 3D, you're an old man. You know what I mean? And we also the same that maybe it's just as you get older, but forums play less and less of an important part in my life. To me, it started to change forums when you got more young people there. And now, I'm not against young people. I was one once, you know what I mean? I've done plenty of daft things in my time. But when you're about sort of 20, 25, you think you're the fucking bee's knees, you know what I mean? You think you know it all, you think you're as mature as you're ever going to get. And you have a habit of thinking that you're better than everybody else, right? In your own mind, that's, you know, it's part of the defence mechanism. Because that's when you get a peak as a male, you know, it's all part of the mating ritual, isn't it? If you don't have belief, you know, before you approach a woman, then she's going to turn you down flat. But anyway, same thing. Now, as my dad was saying to me a while back, he says, you don't stop maturing, ever. You know, as he said, he looked back at himself when he was 45 and he thinks, Christ, I didn't know anything. And the same way as I look back at myself when I was 25 and think, Christ, I didn't know anything. So I think you keep on maturing all your life. And I thought, well, is it inevitable that eventually there's going to be sort of a split and going to be over 30s only 3D board formed? You know, because there's a lot of people out there that are in the industry a lot of them at higher levels that don't bother basically because there's a lot of kids on the boards. A lot of it's because, also I should say, some of them are very busy. The other ones can't be asked, right? So I don't know. Will it break off? I suppose what thought me along, spoken along that train of thought was the whole idea that Colby originally had for pt2 being an invite-only board. And a lot of those guys have been out of Vancouver's film school, what, 3 years max, you know what I mean? They've all got sort of good jobs and stuff. There's a lot of very good artists there. And I thought, well, why isn't it anything like that for older artists, 3D artists? So it makes you think, doesn't it? Let's have a look at the time. Oh, got wags of time here, man. I thought I might have cut this cautious sunset, but no, we've still missed it. I've been missing it the last 2 or 3 times I've done these. Well, yeah, so it's been an odd week because I've had more time than usual, and to be honest, I've needed it. I've been fraying around the edges, physically, and the trouble is once you start pushing your body so far beyond its red line limit, you stop realising where the red line is, and then when you do stop, you feel like you're slacking. It's like last night, I was lying at 5 in the morning, right, wide awake, couldn't get to sleep, staring at the ceiling. In fact, for half I was sitting on bed. You know, I thought, well, if I go downstairs, I'm just going to be able to get up through the night. And it's part of this duty that you know, push my body a little bit too far, so I've got to take a bit of time to unwind. Now I've got a killer headache I've had all day. I'm quite used to headaches, I get a lot of them, but that's the reason why I got my glasses on, by the way. I know you probably haven't seen me with my glasses on. I think the first one I do without my glasses on are these Waynecast, because I've got this thing, when I meet people for the first time, I don't like to have my glasses on. Because to me, right, this is me. So if you've got me to draw me, right, I wouldn't draw me with glasses on, I'd draw me like this. This is how I think I look, right? Or me, you know, mine's for 10 years, that's how I think I look personally. You know, reality's a bit different. So I like people the first time they meet us to see me without my glasses on, and then later on I'll put my glasses on, you know. Just a vanity thing, really. I've actually got to get some more glasses. I keep saying that, I keep promising myself a pair of prescription sunglasses, but I never got around to it. I've been saying it for the last 15 years. But yeah, I think you can probably hear the animals in the background. There's crows, there's bloody birds, there's sheep. I saw something very weird earlier on. I was walking about a mile back. A lamb trying to climb a tree. And I was granted the tree sort of fell over and it was at a 45-degree angle, but it was actually quite far way up this tree. And I thought, what possessed this like baby lamb to want to climb a tree? Because sheep aren't really, you know, well, not apes really, are they? You know, they're not exactly equipped to climb trees. I'm not quite sure what I want to go up the tree for, but it did fire up a few ideas in my head for models and stuff. There's a big giant bumblebee. By Christ, that's a big one. You go in that direction. Little known fact, I'm scared shitless of bees. Alright, let's see what the time is. A minute or so. So yeah, so I've done a few models for me. I did that sort of thing for Kane. It was, I put it on YouTube. Didn't put it up for a vanity reason or to show people. It was basically because Kane likes to watch, you know, my models spinning around, and there's times when you can't really be asked to go hunting around your file system for a model that he wants to see the turntable of, right? Of his favourite model, whatever his favourite model is that day. So sometimes I just stick them on YouTube so you can watch them going round, and it's easy to find them, right? And I can find them in the crack, and if I'm out the house, then Cat can find them, you know, even faster. That's the reason I put it up. But I don't know. I like the idea of doing sort of superheroes for my son. You know what I mean? What's the point in having these skills if you don't actually use them for the people you love? Same reason when I start doing the clay, I want to start doing some busts, one of my mum and my dad, for Christmas. Basically so that they can, you know, sort of have it cast in bronze or something, and they can keep it, you know. And then when they're dead and gone, and I'm dead and gone, and Kane's about 70, he'll have something to look at, and he'll be able to remember what his grandma and granddad look like. So there you go. See, I'm a sentimental little bastard at heart. Right, it is, got a minute left. So I'm going to have a nice relaxing walk for the rest of the night. I'm getting quite addicted to these late night walks. There's no sort of late night bar, everybody else is standing, but round here, you know what I mean, people go to bed at 8 o'clock, right? So the idea of a weirdo like me being awake till like 4 in the morning, yet another reason to escape Langley Park. There's some nice people here, but few and far between, you know what I mean? I'm just trying out a new render engine at the moment. It's a real-time render engine, photorealistic. I hadn't heard of before, called Hypershot. I've got the trial of it on my machine. So far, I'm very impressed with it. I'll keep you updated in the next one. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.